Genesis 6, the Bible talks about a moment in time where a group of angels fell from grace, and it was because they lusted after human women. And as a result, they married them and lay with them, and they gave birth to a race of Nephilim. And according to the book of Enoch, these Nephilim were then taught by their fathers, the angels, how to work metals, how to work plants, how to manipulate the earth and commit warfare. And they mutilated mankind, which is why God then flooded the earth. Well, according to Jude, they're still here. So I just kind of want to talk about that for a bit. So we're just going to first start in Genesis 6 and talk about, well, where are they and how'd they stay? I mean, if God flooded the earth, how'd that play out? So we're just going to start in Genesis 6, starting verse 1. Now it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and the daughters were born to them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were beautiful, and they took wives for themselves, all of whom they chose. And the Lord said, My spirit shall not strive with man forever, for he is indeed flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants on the earth in those days, and also afterwards, when the sons of God came into the daughters of men, and they bore children to them. Those were the mighty men who were of old, men of renown. Now, before we dig in, there's a lot of interpretation that the Nephilim were all giants. That's not true. Some were giants, and it's really kind of like if you look at any race of any species of animal on the planet, there's a variety of different types based on the combination of DNA. Sometimes the mother's characteristics show stronger than the father's, and vice versa. Sometimes it's a mix. Sometimes there's a characteristic that shows up that was from a great-great-grandparent. But according to Jude, when he speaks about the end times, he specifically describes these Nephilim as being among us. So we're going to jump to Jude real quick, and we're going to start in Jude 12. These are spots in your love feasts, while they feast with you without fear, serving only themselves. They are clouds without water, carried about by the winds, laid on them trees without fruit, twice dead, pulled up by the roots. Raging waves of the sea, foaming up their own shame, wandering stars, for whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever. Now Enoch, the seventh from Adam, prophesied about these men also, saying, Behold, the Lord comes with 10,000 of his saints to execute judgment on all, to convict all who are ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds, which they have committed in an ungodly way, and of all the harsh things which ungodly sinners have spoken against them. Now, I want to kind of pause there for a second, because when it talks about wandering stars, we're talking about these fallen angels. And he says that they've reserved blackness and darkness. Now, according to Enoch, that's how they were punished, was there was a hole dug in the earth and they were stuck down in there in darkness forever until the day of judgment. And I want to take a moment and talk about this idea that these are men of renown. And of course they're men of renown because their fathers are angels. Their fathers are definitely in the works with other demons and other fallen angels. And you have to know that within this spiritual war that is within this earth, that these forces are fighting against each other, and it's over mankind. It's over the salvation of mankind. And when these fallen angels, these demons, are manipulating the world, they're definitely working with other humans who become great men, men of renown, strong men, men in power, men in political places. And many people in high political places in the end times are definitely there because of demonic forces trying to prevent the advancement of the kingdom of heaven on earth as it is in heaven. They want their own kingdom. They don't want this kingdom. Now, how did they survive? Well, their DNA was, you had Noah, you had all of his children, and then you also had their wives. and eventually their children. And all you need is that little strand of DNA somewhere in there, and they're still here. And you have to know that the demons follow it. They know who's who and who is not who. So the Nephilim are not necessarily all giants. These are men who are probably getting up today and putting on a suit, and they're going to their office to influence military forces for political gain, to stop the advancement of the kingdom of heaven on earth as it is in heaven. And you have to know that that's exactly how the end times are going to play out. And, we're going through the book of Enoch verse by verse because Enoch, when the Bible says that it'll be like the days of Noah, well, Enoch, according to Jude, was the great-grandfather of Noah. He was the seventh from Adam. He knew exactly what it was like. So there you go. They are among us, and they are definitely in high political places. Any thoughts or insight, definitely put that below. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. I would like to say that most people that watch this channel are not subscribers to this channel. Please take a moment, hit that subscribe button. I highly encourage you to follow our series on Revelation. We spent years going through it verse by verse, a couple hundred episodes, as well as now we're going through the book of Enoch verse by verse, and we're also going through the book of 2 Timothy verse by verse on how to prepare for the end times. All those links are below or at the channel. But the most important part of this channel, we take prayer requests, so never hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.